Guess what? It is National Tomato Day today. And because tomatoes are about the best fruit possible, I thought I would talk today to Emily Lyson. Emily Lyson is a bigwig over at the Lawrence Farmers Market. You call yourself that, a bigwig?
Many people do. My exact title is Director of Development, but I wear many hats. So
Nice.
basically the first full-time employee at the market, kind of do whatever is needed at any time.
Okay, so that probably keeps you pretty busy.
I'm pretty busy, yes. I do interviews a lot. I work on content creation. I work on advertising, marketing, and outreach, programming, kind of whatever, and then fill in the holes when needed.
Okay. Well, can you tell us about the farmers market?
I sure can. So this year, the Lawrence Farmers Market is opening April 9th. And we will be open every Saturday all the way through the Saturday before Thanksgiving, so November 19th. We're open every Saturday, 7:30 to 11:30 a.m. at 824 New Hampshire Street. Mm-hmm. And then we have a second evening market that will open in May, and that will be on Tuesdays from 4 to 6 p.m. in South Park in Lawrence here. We take over two parking lots every Saturday on the east side of New Hampshire between 8th and 9th, and everybody comes and pops up their tent, coming at 5:30 in the morning. So make sure if you park there overnight, make sure your car is moved by 5 a.m. because we do have tow trucks that will come so that the farmers can come in and unload their goodies and pop up all their tents, and you'll see everything will just start to get more colorful and fun and bring back that vibrancy to downtown again.
Okay, so we don't have to be there at 5:30, but our cars should be gone.
That is true. Yes,
Okay.
the farmers get there early. Don't worry, unless you're looking for that prime thing, like those prime tomatoes. They won't be ready though, by the way. It's interesting that Tomato Day is in April because there are not tomatoes that'll be ready in Northeast Kansas.
Right.
So they're not going to be ready till July at the earliest. So we will definitely do a lot more announcements once the actual tomatoes are out.
Yeah.
Even though people are growing things in greenhouses and in hoop houses, I haven't seen a local tomato this early ever. But it is a great idea to get everybody ready for that color and pop that's coming. There'll be things like lettuces, maybe a couple overwintered carrots and other roots. I bought some sweet potatoes the other day from a farmer at a winter market. We don't have a winter market right now. But so there might be some things that have overwintered, and then you can get all of your local flour. Like, I know that one farmer will have new gluten-free flours this year, so there's some baked bean flour and garbanzo bean flour. So if you didn't know that, you can come down to Lawrence Farmers Market and get locally ground and locally grown flour.
Mm-hmm. So it seems like then the things you can get at the market will change as the year goes on?
That is totally true, yes. So, we eat seasonally. If you eat local, you're going to eat what's available in season. And farmers have started to get a lot, more diverse with what they can grow and when they can grow it by bringing in greenhouses and hoop houses, which allow the seasons to extend. But we still only can do so much here in Kansas with the winds and the temperatures and the soil temperatures. So, yeah, early in the season you have a lot of greens and cold weather vegetables will start to be coming in. But there's other things you can buy there too. We don't just have the farmers. We have other vendors too. So There's people who bake breads and make cinnamon rolls and cookies and cakes. And then we also have locally roasted coffee, locally made brewed kombucha. What else is there? There's donuts you can get. There's other hot foods that'll be available, like breakfast sandwiches. There's locally made hummus. There's locally grown and fermented wine. Let's see, there's locally made honey and different body care products too. So lotions and lip balms and soaps and things like that. Pretty much whatever you might need that's not, frozen pizza rolls or something, you can probably find at the farmer's market.
It's my favorite time of the show. It's the cute pet of the day. Let me introduce you to Pickles. Pickles lives with his human Lauren in Lawrence, Kansas. Pickles is a pug, loves to beg for snacks, and loves to play with any humans. Oh my gosh. Pickles, we love you. You can get your pet on the show. Just send us a picture and a little bit about what your pet likes, and we would love to see them.
Farmers market.
So it sounds like you can go there in the morning and even get breakfast there, get your coffee, get the ingredients you need for all the rest of the day even.
Yeah. Many people come and will, grab their hot coffee, grab their hot breakfast sandwich, and walk around the market and take a look at what's available. Not many fruits are going to be available this early either. Usually strawberries are about the first fruit, and they're not available for a couple more months. But you'll have all sorts of wonderful veggies to like, and you're eating right from the soil, so it is get your wonderful minerals and nutrients that are going to provide wonderful things for your body. And then people kind of do their meal prep for the rest of the weekend or maybe the rest of the week, depending on what you're doing in your life. There's also locally made pastas, which is kind of new last year, which I'm really excited about. And I think we have another new vendor coming that will have pasta this year too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so kind of anything you're really looking for is going to be there.
And if people are anything like me, they go there not only for the products, but also because it's like the social event of the Saturday morning.
There are tables there for you to sit down and hang out at. You can bring your dog through on a leash, please, and be considerate to all of the people that are selling products there. But yeah, it is a wonderful social event. There's usually music going on. There's different community activities and booths. And if you have kids, we have a really fun, cool program. So if you haven't heard about it yet, we have a kids scavenger hunt that is not just super fun for the kids, but it's a little bit educational too. So like you said, the food is changing seasonally throughout the whole year. So each week we have a different seasonal food item, what's going to be available as a scavenger hunt item. So come to the market info booth and see what the little object of the week is, and then your kid will run around the market and try to find it. They come back and they can win a prize. We've done anywhere from like eggs, which are kind of available year round. So that's something you might see early on in the season or late in the season, depending on how the weather's going. And then as it grows, we might get our tomatoes in there. We have pawpaws that come like later in the fall, and pumpkins and things like that. We change it up each week, and then the kids get to learn a little bit about how it grows and when it's growing, and sometimes we have taste testings as well, so that kids can get a little taste of something that maybe they've never tried before. So many kids have never tried pawpaw, and we made a pawpaw bread. We made fried green tomatoes last year as well for kids to try, which many adults came and tried too because they'd never had that before. So there's just a lot of different fun recipes and ways to get kids involved. And I've definitely heard many parents say, this is what gets, me out to the market every morning, is my kid's like, hey, I got to go find that little mascot. Like, we got to go. So it's been really fun and really great. And we have a wonderful group of volunteers that help run that program too.
Especially when your food budget is limited, it's easy to go to McDonald's and get $1 of not so healthy French fries.
Yeah, unfortunately our food system incentivizes you to eat fast and eat cheap, and eat low quality, like unhealthy foods.
Now there are some people that they would really like to start eating more healthy and incorporate more fruits and vegetables, but they just don't know how to do it. Are there people there at the market that can help me with that? If that was me, for example.
I think each farmer, they're doing great with their outreach and their education, and then that's the wonderful thing about being at the farmers market and versus like at a grocery store is you have those people telling you kind of their story, but also how they grew something and the nutritional value of a lot of things. I would say most farmers or vendors know what they're growing and how good it can be for you.
Because you have the experts right there in front of you. Oh, that's interesting. It sounds like there's a lot going on at the market, just other than just going and having a good time and sipping some coffee.
Some people use it for social events, and as we kind of release the restrictions here in Douglas County, we're going to see a lot more community events happening, a lot more people hanging out, but also, there's one that is a health benefit. There'll be events throughout the season, encouraging people to be healthy. Maybe we'll do like bike rallies, and if you ride your bicycle to the market, you might get a little like incentive thing there. And another incentive for you to come to the market multiple times is we have our loyalty card program. So if you come 5 times throughout the season, you get your card punched each time you come. At the end of that, you enter your card to win a raffle prize, and there's a free raffle basket of goodies from vendors all throughout the market that you can win 7 times throughout the season.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So the market starts this Saturday. What time can people show up?
7:30 a.m. There might be a line if you're like looking for that one vendor who has something that you're very excited about. There might be a line. People do that, but 7:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. is when the market closes, and it will close. There's a bell at the beginning and a bell at the end, and vendors are not supposed to sell before or after that time. Mm-hmm. So make sure you come down early. We get that it's early, but the farmers have been there even earlier, so that's why we close early.
And also, the Lawrence Farmers Market is a nonprofit organization.
That is true.
So if people wanted to, they could help donate and further the mission of the market.
This is true. We have sponsorship opportunities, and we do take donations, and it's tax deductible. You can check out all that information on our website at lawrencefarmersmarket.org.
Okay.
And learn more information about if you want to become a vendor. We accept vendors also year round.
Oh, that's fantastic. So you can still get into it. It's not too late.
This is true. You can still get into it. And then, like I said, we have that Tuesday evening market that's a little bit shorter time period, but that's really good for new vendors, especially maybe if you don't have your customer base figured out, or it's a little cost preventative, or you can't get to the market on Saturday mornings. It's a pretty cool little market, and we had a wine garden last year. I think it's going to be a really fun time.
We're going to have to talk about that in a month or so.
Sounds good. All right.
All right, there's the Lawrence Farmers Market. This is Emily Lyson, the Development Director / Bigwig. Emily, thanks so much for being with us today.
Thanks for having me, John.
We'll be right back.
Enough! This is an awful way to start. Run it all back.
From the top.
I popped over to Lawrence High School this week to take a look at their theater department. They're holding rehearsals for Lysistrata, which is a classic play by Aristophanes, but it's been adapted by Darren Kennedy for the modern age. In the classic tale, women withhold sex so that their men will not go off to war. In this tale, for high schoolers, they take a little bit of a different tack on it.
Lysistrata is a play about a bunch of high schoolers deciding to give up social media in order to protest the different conflicting cliques within their high school.
This is a very important show because it's relevant with most high schools right now. Social media is a very driving factor in most of our everyday lives today, and so having a show that addresses that is really key.
The actors are really looking forward to the show and think it's going to be a memorable one for audiences.
I definitely think that they're going to remember the parts where they're fighting, and definitely the chorus, because that is a big factor in this.
This is a brand new adaptation of Lysistrata, and the process was a really interesting one for the actors.
It's been a process. On the first day, we got maybe like 30 pages of the script, which is not a lot. And right now we're about 90, 100 pages. So throughout the process, we've kept on receiving pages to put in our books, and just happy with that every single day.
Professor Darren Kennedy, he's a KU professor who's a friend of Mr. Fisher's who wrote and adapted it for us. And it's obviously not a direct adaptation, but it plays with the idea of what kinds of power have currency in society the way the original Lysistrata did.
Right.
I think the relevance it has to a lot of things that are going on in society, and as a commentary on social media and how we can definitely have a more positive relationship with it than we do now, I think is really important.
And of course, the students are creating great art, but high school theater is about more than that. It's about building great experiences too.
My favorite part of the show is not like specifically about the show itself, but the fact that we kind of built it ourselves, because this show hasn't gone on like a stage ever before ours. So it's been really nice to just adapt it to ourselves.
I definitely really like being in the black box because I've never done a black box play before, and it's interesting having 3 sides as an audience.
I really like the community of people in the cast. I think everybody is really fun to hang out with and is always really excited to do their scenes and their monologues and stuff.
And we're very lucky, Clara and Ashton agreed to give us a little preview of one of the scenes from the upcoming Lysistrata.
Listen, principal, you have one job and one job only. Make sure no one leaves that library until a peace treaty is declared and written in blood, if necessary. And if that does not occur, we, the faculty of Clinton Regional High School, will write a salacious, detail-rich expose exposing your derelict, degenerate neglect of this school that will doubtless lead to you being unable to find even a part-time job babysitting hamsters!
Lysistrata takes place April 8th, 9th, and 10th at Lawrence High School's Black Box Theater, which is a beautiful black box. I'm a little bit jealous. Go out and support the high schoolers and support local art. Thank you to director Craig Fisher and to all the actors at Lawrence High School.
The alts are everywhere. In choir, playing soccer, on stage, and like messing with everyone that's there. They'll change the lyrics in choir to anything that's dirty. They trip a song.
Thanks so much for joining me today on Northeast Kansas at Home. It's National Tomato Day. Go out there and eat a tomato. Join me tomorrow when I'm taking a tour of Fields and Ivy Brewery and talking with the experts there about beer. This is one you're not going to want to miss. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, and remember, like, share, subscribe. It's the way we're gonna make this happen. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.